You know all those posts, like when you were a kid, they're saying, what should my secondary school be?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, you should do life so you can heal. Oh, you should do ice so you can get tower shield. Oh, you should do death to get the drains or fint. They always kind of sucked, didn't they?
They always sucked. You would have to run and like a dual like school build that really had no stats behind the secondary school. It'd just be like, oh, look how cool this is. I'm a ice and I can cast Stormlord.
The thing was, you could get decent damage on a secondary school, but you're giving up a lot of damage on your own school, first and foremost, and then you're just doing less as the other school. 90% of the time, not to mention you have a whole thing of just the pippage alone. That's a whole situation.
Just a mess.
But now since Novus, they've added pins, they've added the new gear, the amulet, or the Athames actually give multiple schools damages. It sounds like you can pick whatever school you like. The sky's the limit with this.
Oh, actually, there's only 3 or 4 options per school. So I would say maybe the top of a tree's the limit.
Let's just go into this. I'm pretty sure the only thing I'm improving with this build is affixing a gem to my pet.
Yeah.
Let's look at this. This is my balance. I wanted the secondary school death so I could cast that handy dandy Ship of Fools.
Yeah, and plus you get the drains on your school.
And I already knew it up to Fint anyways, so what's a few more spells learning? You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So here's my build. I have everything affixed to death, as you can clearly see. I have 167 damage, and I have 174 damage on my main school. Keep in mind, if I'm running pure offense for my own school, I'm only getting like 180 something. So
yeah.
I barely went down to bring my secondary up this much.
Very true. Also, this right here is like you fused together like 2 Darkmoor level wizards.
Yes.
Like a death and a balanced Darkmoor wizard put together in the same being.
I'm a Frankenstein's monster of a being, as you can see. I had to do some finicky friggin' things, as in equip them out to get perfect power pip.
That's pitiful. You hate to see it.
You gotta love that. And also, I mean, I could have affixed. I have the power sockets affixed to Storm so that, you know, that handy dandy cleanse charm can come in handy.
Very handy.
When I have an accuracy debuff and a weakness, I can power the accuracy debuff and get the weakness in one go.
That right there is big brain.
But, I mean, I could have affixed another death one. But I didn't need to because of my deck giving me...
Ooh.
I had just enough accuracy to have both perfect balance, death, and get me some Storm in there as well. Here's my Ship of Fools. That's 100%. I only need 20%. As you can see, I had 22. I'm 2 above the mark-off. 2. This all looks fine and dandy and exquisical and delicious, correct?
It does look fine and dandy. It is mildly appetizing. I would say delicious after I see it in use.
There is one little hair in the soup, though.
One little...
Now, that damage looks beautiful. That accuracy is very promising. Let's go on to advanced character statistics, where you see my critical is piss poor. Ooh. And my pierce, I mean, 22 is high, but it's like Darkmoor level high.
Well, 22 on your secondary school, whenever you realize Ice only has like 37 or 38 at the main school.
The best Ice can do is 37. That's my Ice's build. And I still got 28 to my main build. But I mean... You don't understand how crucial, how critical criticals are. Yeah, that's a comical joke. When you don't have a critical.
Yep.
So I used to just run everything pierce, but then I was like, okay, I'm literally dealing like just the base amount of damage with these spells, and it was always a better option to use my own school.
Yeah.
Let's go into a fight and actually compare and contrast. And as a balance, I can balance Blade and get the universal Blade added to the Ship of Fools. So if any school should be able to dual school, it's balance.
It should be balanced. It was created for them.
Yes. And as you can see, round 2, I'm going to Ship of Fools. How much damage do you think it will do? Comment down below. We're not actually doing Just a bunch of comments. I think it'll do 236. Maybe 237. Maybe it'll probably do 455.
What do they expect? Say, comment down below how much damage you think it's going to do, and then 3 seconds later the damage pops up. They go down, they type, I think 5,000. You scroll up, watch it, go back down. Oh, I was wrong.
You scroll back up. So I did 5,620 damage round 2 to all enemies with Ship of Fools, which is pretty freaking good.
That is, like, very good.
Yes. It's very, very freaking good. However, keep in mind, we are in Zafaria. We are not in a world where they're going to have critical block or universal resist yet.
Very true.
So, me doing this just made it look very good.
And it seems to be pretty good,
now,
at least so far.
Let's go up to Novus, where you unlock this and see how it fares in the world you actually get it.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be doing this in this world.
Yeah, not a chance in hell. Oh, would you look at that? They tower shielded. They did the Legion shield, but this guy at the end didn't. So I think the experiment's still fair. We just see how much damage it deals to this. The
diamond one on the right.
Yeah. So I'm hitting with the exact same setup on a newer world. Let's see how it fares here.
Let's see if it is still viable.
And you could tell I'm cripplingly addicted to this spell because I now know it on my death and balance.
He loves this spell so much, he's like, no, just doing it on the death, it's not enough.
Yeah.
I gotta make it work on another wizard.
Let's check it.
2,000.
2,044.
I would call that less viable if you are here.
Yeah, it is vastly less viable. I mean, honestly, it's still viable, but it's not optimal, is the thing. And that's my overall thesis with dual schooling.
My conclusion is that dual schooling wasn't really created for questing PvE. This is made because they have the damage cap set so low in PvP that your two damages there for death and balance are very close to the damage cap.
Yes.
So you can flip back and forth then, and you don't really lose anything.
Oh, I am not mad at dual schooling. I think it's perfect and a great... You see that with no blades or enchants, and I'm hitting a balanced enemy. I dealt only 100 damage less with my main school than I dealt with my other school. They could have blocked the critical, it just didn't play the animation, but that should show you something.
Yeah.
That should be something to put on the table, and like it's the elephant in the room. Let's discuss it. Now, I discussed earlier a hair in the soup. Let's discuss the rotting rat corpse in the soup now. Because you have set of themes and rings that give you a specific school's damage, and you can't affix any kind of pin to it, and my balance was completely screwed with getting ice damage! Why would I ever want ice damage? So, as you can see, I had to go back to the Blade of the Felled Titan. You can craft other rings that give you different schools, but it's only specific schools. You can't pick any.
You get like 3 options per school.
I could do life, I think. I could do fire on my balance, but no death options. They had a death option for my wand, but they didn't have it for my theme or ring. I'm stuck with freaking ice!
Yeah, inspect my character real quick right here. I am working on a storm that's going to duel into death. Look at the total stats real quick. As of right now, I only have 120 death damage, but I still have the max damage in the game for Storm, and I'm missing a couple pins. So, I could get that up close to 150 or so on death damage and not lose a single drop of storm damage.
So you, as a Storm, were given the option to change your Aeon sword from life secondary to death secondary.
And I did that on every piece that I could.
What could you not do it on?
What's the wand? Let's see the wand.
Yeah, you have it on the wand.
Yeah.
So the thing is, some schools you can do anything you want.
Yep.
Well, not anything. You'll get what you want. But other schools, like my balance, I didn't. And I'll never get the frickin' option, and that kind of pisses me off a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
We need something equally as disgusting in comparison from the rat corpse to this new item, because this is the worst thing of all. This is like finding a literal piece of shit in your soup. You can't train Scarecrow! You can't train the rank 7! You can train like every other rank 7, but you can't train Scarecrow.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. You can I don't know if there's any other rank 7s that are notable that you can't train, but you cannot train Scarecrow. Well, Ice is eternally screwed because their secondary school by default is dead. And you still can't get a better rank 7 than Frost Giant. But I mean, other than that, I can still ship a Fools, I guess. I guess I can still ship a Fools, even though that's not a real spell. It's like it's a non-canon spell.
Yeah, non-canon moment.
Viable, yes. Optimal, hell no.
Keep this in the battle arena. Don't bring this out on the streets. If you're on my team, you join random in here. That's great and dandy. You help me all day, I'll help you all day. But if I see you, as a balance, try to set up a ship of fools, I will come unhinged.
This has been a tremendous episode of Core and Boar Tech.
The best.
Do 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 Core and Boar Tech.
Ow! Bye.